Hey, welcome back. Yeah, it is Monday still.
Yeah, it's still Monday.
Oh my goodness.
And you're still
It's Monday.
and you're still wearing those boots.
I know. I love them. I love them.
She just new boot goofing. That's what she's doing. But I don't think those are new. I think you've had them for a while.
Yeah, I got them in Texas when I went down there for my daughter's not engagement party, bachelorette party-ish. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you go to the rodeo while you were down there?
They didn't have the rodeo, but we went to a bar that had the bulls, so that was fun. So it was.
Hold on. You went to a bar and they had bulls running around in it?
No, like you could ride the little bull. The mechanical bull.
Oh, they had a mechanical bull. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say, back when I was doing tours with Girls Gone Wild and Slick Chick, there was a bar in Texas. It was a big country bar, and in the middle of the fucking place, it was like they put on like a rodeo show. And you could get drunk and ride a bull, and they'd have a contest every fucking night. Like, I'm telling you, Monday night they would have a contest. And they give out like $500, $1,000, and I mean, their motherfuckers go out there and they break their shoulder or something, and you know, you come in 2 weeks later and they're at the bar all casted up, and I'm gonna do it again. Like,
yeah, no, not that.
Like, I'm trying to remember what the name of the place is. I don't know if it's still open because it seems like it got shut down during COVID. Which I'm surprised because Texas did not want to shut down shit. So, like.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look and see the name of this place was, but it was pretty big.
So when I moved back to St. Louis in 2020, that is funny. So St. Louis County was pretty much on lockdown, right? But you can go right across the fucking river to St. Charles, and they didn't give a fuck. Texas Roadhouse was open. Everything was open.
Oh, it sure was.
You know, and they were like, we're not shutting down. We don't give a shit what the government says. So, and I'm telling you, they were busy. So busy.
They were. I was there I was out all the time.
You know? Yeah, I bet you were in St. Charles during COVID. It's like, fuck, we can't do shit over here.
Yeah, actually... Yeah, it actually was.
Yeah. One thing I thought was interesting about COVID, and it reminded me of like the 20s, like during the Prohibition era, there was like secret little places you could go and go drink. There's like little speakeasies popping up all over the city.
Yeah.
Which I thought were kind of cool. I know they were illegal as fuck, but I thought it was kind of cool. You know? Come over to
it's definitely pretty cool.
Over to Greg's garage and knock on the back door and put in the secret code. I remember seeing that on Facebook, and I'm like, what?
That's funny.
Like, fuck, we've done with the speakeasies, man. Like, yeah, COVID was interesting. Like, I hope in our lifetime we ain't gotta live through some shit like that again, because it was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it was.
But it was there for your protection. Well, people, we're here in the United States. I know the foreign listeners that listen to us, I hear some of your countries, I'm not going to name which ones, were wild, where you had to stay at home until you got vaccinated.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it this way. Australia went door to door. They just locked down sections of the county, I guess you would say county, but the district is what they called it. And when that area was red, they couldn't leave their house until it went blue. And they did section by section by section. And, you know, and then it got interesting because they were like, well, next week is our section. And then we'll be free to amongst the people. So, very weird.
Yeah, definitely weird.
You know. So,
definitely weird.
What'd you have to eat today?
I actually had some zucchini.
Really?
That was all that was left in my fridge.
That's all that's in your fridge.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Now, listeners, just so you know, Leslie does not stock her house with groceries.
I don't.
Like, she'll go to the grocery store, she'll get kind of what she needs for a few days, because realistically, she doesn't know what she wants from day to day. Or she might not even be home, or she might not even be in the state.
Yeah, but I try to, and like my dad always comes, he'll either stay here or, because he'll house sit for me. But I never know what he wants to eat, because
He has to bring his own groceries.
Money. So I usually just leave soda in the refrigerator for him.
Yeah.
And I just leave money on the counter for him. I'm like,
order a pizza. Like, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
There's Chick-fil-A right down the street. They're open except on Sunday.
Yeah, I usually just sometimes order a pizza, leave it in there, and then I'll just leave money on the counter for him, because you think I'm gone all the time. My dad's always on the go too.
Your dad is on the fucking go. Like,
yeah.
Like when DJ Kaizen was working on his new studio, your dad was down there like every other day working on stuff.
Oh yeah, I was like, "Hey Dad, you want to go have lunch or dinner tonight?" "No, I'm not at the lake. I'm working on the studio." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm helping.
Does he have a place down there?
No. He almost bought one for me. Well, for us. I mean, he's going to buy it for him, but it was going to be my name on it, and I was going, basically I could use it anytime I wanted.
Yeah, when you went to the lake.
Yeah, and I actually, because he was looking to buy it, and I was actually going to work, like, basically going to be down there every weekend, because I wanted to bartend down there for the summer that year. And he was just like, got everything together, getting ready to do everything. And then something happened with the owner or the seller of the house.
Okay.
And it was very sketchy on people needed to sign off. And then the other people, when they did the deed of trust and had to go back to the clean title, the title became very sketchy of they need to get this person to sign off, this person to sign off, this person, and how are these other people signed off when these other people, my dad's like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So.
Sounds like it went through a lot. So where's he stay when
it never got done, and it was still going through all the title issues, and they had to go back and try to get all these people, and had to get affidavits, and again, it was just kind of a very sketchy thing, because in the end, I think my dad had his attorney look at it, and the attorney, and what I told my dad, I think somebody signed off on it that shouldn't have, or signed off on it for somebody else, and the other person didn't know that they signed off on it. And now it's going back to be routed back to them, and they don't want it to get routed back to them. So it's causing a big thing. So, and even the attorney said, I think that's what's happening. So yeah, don't. Because if the people that found out that was supposed to sign off on it found out that it was
sold,
forgery,
yeah,
and so they can actually come back and get the house. So I was like, yeah, it's not worth all the headache.
Yeah, and that gets into a big thing. I mean,
yes. So it sucked. It was a good deal. It was on a nice little spot, but I'm like, it's not worth that headache, because it came back and he could have lost all of it, and they wouldn't have to pay him for the property.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, it's not meant to be. And
that's what happens.
Yep. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Well, on that note, guys, we're going right back into music. And who are we kicking it with decent credit?
Your girl Leslie. And that is me.
We'll be right back, guys.